All right, guys, y'all just wrapped up your second ABT win, and both of them on Weiss, which I don't know if that was like part of the program or not. I would have guessed Pickwick would have been your wins, but we'll take them how we can get them. Talk a little bit about today. You said the last time y'all won here was a deep summertime kind of thing. This was totally different.
Yeah, so the last actually the same month, same tournament.
Yep.
I think we won in May the first time, but the fish had already moved offshore.
The weather was
different. The water was a lot warmer. Man, this time it was a pure shad spawn deal in the grass. I've stumbled upon probably had to be one of the best stretches in the lake Thursday morning and seen it go down. Today with the weather, the shad didn't spawn, like you think they would. So it was a kind of a grind. We didn't catch a ton of fish, but we just slowly, kind of chipped away and caught up to the bag we had.
When the shad are spawning, you're looking. The cool thing is it shows itself. You can see them. It kind of looks like raindrops sometimes on the bank, usually pretty tight to the bank or the grass or rocks, whatever. What did it look like this morning when y'all pulled up?
This morning it was, they actually come up busting a few times, and you saw the shad would run, of course, when they would blow them up, but it wasn't like you would typically see with them rolling and stuff like that.
That area Thursday was like it was raining.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounded like it was just crazy what it was doing. It was the most unbelievable thing I've ever seen.
Yeah.
So this morning we pulled in, it wasn't that way, and we didn't catch them right off the bat. I mean, we probably didn't have a fish in the first 30 or 45 minutes. Yeah. But I knew they were there. I thought they would still be there.
And we finally saw a couple blow up. Finally, it's like, okay, settle down just a little bit.
We just settled down. He caught the first good one, and then we had confidence from then. And we just grounded out.
And it's a good, like you're in a good spot when you can start seeing the bass blowing up in the shad spawn. Like, it's sometimes easy to see the shad spawn because the shad are everywhere. Yeah. But then when you start seeing them rolling in it or blowing up or blowing shad out of the water, you just mark that dot and keep rolling.
That's right.
We're definitely coming back. So that's what you saw on Thursday.
Exactly. Yeah.
So when you talk about baits for the shad spawn, it's pretty easy. I mean, like, what did y'all use, and then like just standard shad spawn stuff?
So we use a swim jig and a frog, both white, obviously, trying to make it look like a shad. And it really just depends on what you're fishing. A lot of times, if you're fishing grass, it's going to be that frog or a spro frog or a dirty jig swim jig. If you're on more hardcover rock or wood, then you get into your swim baits and your spinner baits, that sort of thing. So, but it's pretty simple. You just try to throw something that looks like a shad.
Yeah, I mean they're moving. The shad are getting chased. So whatever you're moving, the swim jig probably pumping it a bunch. Spinner bait probably burning it. The frog are probably walking it quick. Just something to imitate the shad. And
that's right.
Yep.
And it can happen. So it can happen in 5 casts. You could win the tournament in 5 casts if it's the right setup. And probably Thursday it would have been.
It would. I think Thursday would have been dumb, man. I think it could have been a lot of fun, but it was worth it.
We still got it done.
Yeah,
we still got it done. Talk about when you're fishing a swim jig. Obviously, you got the jig and the trailer and the line. Talk about just that setup a little bit.
50-pound braid. I use Sunline 832. 7.3 medium heavy rod. Shimano Cronart reel. I like a I don't know, 7-1 or 8-1. Sometimes I don't like the 8. Sometimes it's too fast. I feel like I need to slow down more with it. But a 7, somewhere in the 7 to 8 gear ratio reel.
Yeah. And then what plastic on the back?
Rage swimmer.
Just like
a Rage Menace grub. So anything with. Sometimes I'll use a big flap and crawl. The shad were small. Yeah. So the shad that were in the grass spawning that I saw with my eyes were little. Yeah. So I didn't.
Got a little bit.
Yeah. So instead of typically I'll use a big pack of chunk like the senior that's big, but for this situation I felt like that was better.
What about the frog setup?
It was standard. Yeah. Frog Fair 7.3 extra heavy rod, 50-pound braid, and what we caught someone a popping frog and a regular walking frog, and it's just bring the pain and get them out. So
just lay the meat and swing them in the boat. We ain't waiting on nothing. Well, I know that the last academy I went to had 100 of everything y'all said. Frogs, white ones are guaranteed. White trailers of any kind. And then a white swim jig. It's the easiest setup, both on 50-pound braid, both probably a similar rod if you want to. Yep. Easy setup. That's Shad Spawn 101 is what they just described. And if you're going fishing anytime in the month of May, be looking for that shad spawn. It normally happens early in the morning. And hey, if you ever fish the Alabama Bass Trail event and you get lucky like these guys, you could win over $23,000. And y'all just heard how they did it. That is your Academy Sports Winners Tackle Box.